CDL Air Brakes Test Study Guide, 1. The brake pedal controls how much air is supplied to put on the brakes. 2. The most common type of foundation brakes on heavy vehicles are S-cam brakes. 3. All vehicles with air brakes must have an air supply pressure gauge. 4. Modern air brake systems combine 3 systems. They are the service, parking, and emergency brake systems. 5. Anytime a low air pressure device comes on, you should come to a safe stop and continue only when the system has been fixed. 6. The brake pedal applied and releases the service brakes. 7. Spring brakes are dependent on the service brakes being in adjustment. 8. On vehicles with dual parking control valves, air pressure from a separate tank can be used to release the emergency and/or parking brakes to move a short distance. 9. The air compressor governor controls when air is pumped into the air tanks. 10. An application pressure gauge shows how much air is being applied to the brakes. 11. The air tank supply pressure gauge shows how much air is in the air tanks. 12. During normal driving, spring brakes are held back by air pressure. 13. Air tanks with manual drains must be drained at the end of each day. 14. Water can freeze in the air brake system, causing brake failure. 15. An alcohol evaporator reduces the chance of ice in the air brake valves. 16. During cold weather, alcohol evaporators should be checked and filled to the proper level every day. 17. Parking or emergency brakes must be held in position by mechanical pressure, such as spring pressure. 18. With a straight truck or bus, with the engine off and the brakes released, the air brake system should not leak at a rate faster than 2 psi per minute. Add 1 psi for combination vehicles. 19. On a straight truck or bus, with the engine off and brakes applied, the air brake system should not leak at a rate faster than 3 psi per minute. Add 1 psi for combination vehicles. 20. Emergency stab braking is pressing on the brake pedal as hard as you can, releasing when the wheels lock up, and when the wheels start to roll again, putting on the brakes fully again. 21. It takes longer to use air brakes, because air takes more time to flow through the lines than hydraulic fluid does. 22. When checking the free play of slack adjusters, park on level ground, chock the wheels, and release the parking brakes. 23. A driver must be able to see a low air pressure warning device come on before air pressure in the service air tank drops below 60 psi. 24. Total stopping distance for air brakes is longer because of brake lag. 25. With air brake equipped vehicles, the parking brakes must be used any time the vehicle is parked. This is regardless of whether the vehicle is attended or not. 26. Your brakes are fading when it takes harder brake pressure to control your speed on a downgrade. 27. When testing the service brakes, you should not have any delayed stopping action, any unusual feel, or a pull to one side. 28. When making an emergency stop, brake so you can steer and keep your vehicle in a straight line. 29. Using a low gear and light steady pedal pressure uses less air than fanning, the brake linings will stay cooler, and helps keep the vehicles at a constant speed on long downhill grades. 30. When a low pressure warning device comes on, you must stop and park safely as soon as possible.